Not a country, it's not a country. Taiwan is not a country. I have had so many comments on my recent videos from the Little Pinks, the Wu Mao Army, coming onto my videos and trying to write this absolute nonsense. You see, the dictionary defines a country as a nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. So, Taiwan, right? Because Taiwan does have its own government, the Republic of China, and it occupies a particular territory, that is the island of Taiwan and various islands surrounding it. So that's wrong. Another one that they keep on saying to me is, Taiwan is not a member of the United Nations, so it definitely isn't a country. Well, the United Nations isn't a country or a state, so how can that dictate what a country is or isn't? It really is ridiculous. It's starting to get very old. Well, anyway, it really doesn't matter because today I am outside Buckingham Palace. Look behind me there. Look at that fantastic building. It's the home of the King of England. Wow, so interesting. Not really, but there are a lot of people here who do think it's interesting, so I shouldn't be too loud about that. Anyway, what is interesting is today I'm going to walk around this area and I'm going to go up to people and I'm going to ask them this question. What does a place need to be a country?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Wow. What does it need?
I
don't know. I'm kind of getting lost right now.
People? I not understand.
A flag. There you go.
A flag?
Yeah.
Just a flag?
A good old flag.
So if I have my own flag, I can just be a country right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's all I got for you.
Hello, do you speak English? 不会说英文吗？不会，一点都不会吗？真的吗？我要问你们一个问题啊。好，中文可以说啊。
I actually don't really believe in the concept of countries. I think they're arbitrary lines that people use to try and kill each other on either side of.
Just got real.
Yeah, I think government.
Yeah?
That's very important. And
Yeah.
maybe like culture or something. Population.
Yeah?
Yeah, borders.
One obvious would be boundaries.
Borders, yeah.
Borders, yeah.
Well, it needs people and a government and a sense of what it wants to be.
People, citizens, a good bunch of leaders, laws to make sure everyone stays in order because you can't have people running around doing absolutely anything they want.
A national identity.
Probably a properly structured government and people all together on common terms to work it on a country.
Common cultural identity.
And not necessarily common people.
International recognition so you can do trading, you can have a modern economy.
A stable economy.
A good parliament to govern the people and, geographically speaking, borders.
I guess a determination and a willingness to make changes from your original idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Certain amount of population probably has to be ruled by government.
I think it needs to have culture and really strong people.
Have good relationships with other countries as well.
I guess people taking leadership. Government.
Okay, government.
Money.
Strong bonds of a shared history. But even that can be somewhat arbitrary and constructed by an education system to suit one or other narratives.
Certain rules, certain laws.
Does a place need to have a government to be a country?
I guess.
You'd need government laws, and you would need, you'd need to have the rules of society and stuff.
Good prisons.
Good prisons? Yeah? What, to lock up those criminals?
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else?
Booze. Lots of booze.
Lots of booze, okay. Do you know what the United Nations is?
A few moments later.
I think, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's like the union of perspectives of different countries which are grouped together, aiming to a common end, which involves benefits, involves a good relationship between neighbor countries as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. But I wanted to know if there is a country that is not in the United Nations, are they still a country?
I think they are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you know Taiwan, for example, is not in the United Nations. So would you say Taiwan is a country?
I'm not familiar with Taiwan, but I would say if it's been ruled, let's say, by certain laws which are created among their people, has a government, democracy, I think that would be enough to be a country, I would say.
Yeah? So the United Nations cannot dictate what a country is?
Yeah.
So do you think that if a country is not a member of the United Nations, do you think it can still be a country?
I don't know. I think a country is a country no matter what. But I think a discussion about the United Nations and being a part of that is a whole different thing. Like, you can be a country and not be a part of it, but that means that maybe you have something going on there. But yeah, I think so. I think you can be.
Does a country need to be a member of the United Nations to be a country?
No.
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 Okay.
No. I think there's
reason why?
advantages to it, but no.
Yeah. So there's definitely advantages, but you don't necessarily have to be a member.
Right.
Yes, in my eyes, I think got good policies that they have, but I know there are a lot of countries that aren't in it that are also valid countries, so...
Yeah.
I don't really understand why we would make that distinction and how we'd make that distinction unless those countries were actively persecuting their own citizens.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just because, Taiwan is a country. If you're going to define a country, like a government, currency, its own military, its own borders and that kind of thing, Taiwan would very much be considered a country. But because it's not a member of the United Nations, a lot of people are saying that it isn't a country. So what do you think about that?
Well, they're trying not to make China angry.
We're living quick in this world, gonna get it right now. We only need the two of us together. We only need the two of us together.
Well, that was very interesting, wasn't it? Just to hear how random people on the street define a country and to hear their opinion on what makes a country a country. And according to what the people said, Taiwan definitely meets that criteria because Taiwan is a country. No matter how hard the little pinkies try to deny that fact, it is definitely a country. And it's a fantastic country at that. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Instagram, check out my Patreon, and have yourselves an amazing day. Bye for now. Taiwan, #1.
All the things you do to me, you got me reckless, got me reckless. When you say all the things you say to me. got me breathless when you do all the things you do to me.